What's happening, everybody?
I'm eating.
I wish I could have some dinner right now, but I haven't.
Cheeseburger.
In paradise?
I mean, if I'm involved, there's garlic and pepper and salt involved and toasted bread. So it's not bad. It's all right.
Are we starting this whole thing out talking about food? Because I'm in.
No, but I'm going to finish this thing because I have no time.
No time. None.
I just got off.
Ryan is on a schedule that the rest of us don't do or handle.
Why would you want to?
Why would you want to? Exactly.
So
Look,
what up?
What? See that back there, bro? Can you see that up there?
No, it's dark.
Gotcha. That is Prometheus in the living room. I've been doing some shaking and baking around here this week, early in the morning and late in the evenings, getting prepared for my next chapter in life here. So I am no longer in my modeling room upstairs with all my cars. All the cars are downstairs in the basement with my shop where I do all my 3D printing, and the airplanes left the room and went to a different room. And yeah, lots going on over here. So tonight y'all get to see me back in my original location of the kitchen countertop area.
Nice.
Yeah. What's happening in your world, man? Haven't talked to you a whole lot other than a little bit of 3D printing going on over there.
A little bit. And I thought Ty was going to have me on yesterday, but he didn't do a show, which is fine. Because I'd have spilled all the beans anyway. So now I don't have to worry about it.
Now you can do it right here.
Yeah.
Right here on the Wednesday night get together.
Yep.
What's up, Chris? How's that 3D? How's that print going over there with that K5 Blazer files I sent you? The robust
Looks
model.
good.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm on number 2 right now. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of sanding. Not a lot, but decent amount of sanding and body work and primer and paint coming here in the next month or so.
Man, I don't even mind it. You know, I don't even mind it. I'm looking at these prints that I've been doing again, and I'm like, it looks cool, but it's like, bro, the whole I'm just remembering why I go crazy on them in the first place.
Yep.
Because, bro, if I can make the lines and the glue joints disappear, I just won.
Oh, yeah.
For myself, like what I wanted to, what I intended to do, I achieve. And so, not as a blanket statement, I just mean like with a stinking model. Like if I want it to look like it's not a 3D print, I know what it takes to do it. And I want to.
Yeah, no,
even when I'm going to make it rusty and everything, because I see what guys do. There's some of these rigs, some of these leaf spring rigs out there are going for stupid money, and the bodies, they patina them to death, but they don't work the lines. And so when you're patina and different color modulation and all this stuff on a body that hasn't been prepped, you just make the line stand out even worse.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not picking on them, but bro, for the money they're getting, son of a gun, man. Like,
yeah, no, I get it.
It obviously is the chassis and the leaf springs, because it ain't the body work. Nice.
body work underway while we're talking about it, and I got more to fill on this. This front doghouse section for the Blazer is the only part that really requires a decent amount of attention. The way that I've oriented the other 6 chunks, if you want to call it, honestly, it's not bad. But the front doghouse definitely needed some attention. So
Why?
I'm over here working it
Because
out
the lines or the
just
calibration or what?
because of the orientation of with this part of it. Do you want a smooth surface on the top, or do you and have the offset print lines on the side, or so these 2 pieces, the way that they print, I was like, I need to pick and choose which way I want to work out the flaws from the printer. So I decided to work out the flaws on the side, and the top is actually very, very smooth.
So how'd you print it?
These parts actually print. This is 2 halves. So down the center was on the print bed. So this outer fender was standing up.
I got it.
And honestly, I wanted it that way because I wanted the grill bit up front to be super nice and smooth, and it is. I mean, it come out really well.
Yeah. Because if you print it up with the grill up,
it's going to look like garbage trash.
Depends on the contour. If it's straight stuff, fine. But if it's rounded, that's where the contour lines go.
Well, and where do you, Ryan, you've done enough of these like I have. Where do you want to spend your time at trying to finesse out the lines? I want to do it on a big surface, not right here in the headlight or the grill area. So you choose where you want to work at, right?
Yeah.
That's 3/4 of the battle, man.
It's the way I printed this. I'll show it in a minute, but the way I did it, it's 10 scale. And so I mean, the whole thing looks fine, but the front and the back is definitely where the lines are, because of the contours and because that's how I oriented it.
Sure.
But I didn't want to have that to do in this body has so much round to it. I didn't want to have to do it anywhere else. So the literally shortest sections, I got to show this thing.
Show it.
This ain't it.
That's funny. Bob's RC, what's up, man? Jay Woody, what's going on? Mr. Ramsey in the house, how are you? Peter Griffin, hello.
This isn't what I'm talking about at all. But when I printed this little dude, I previewed it a lot because I wanted to see, first of all, I don't think this is worth finishing, so I'm not worried about it. But I printed it at a way where I was able to keep the fidelity on the front end, and where it rounds over the front of the hood, where it would create those steps, those lines, not the facets, but the lines.
Yep.
I got the angle right, so I didn't get.
So
now,
you
these lines you see are the facets in the file, not from the print, so to speak.
Right. So question, Ryan, did you elevate the front end and go on an angle to print the whole thing?
Like this.
Okay. Yeah, because I see a lot of guys that are doing that stuff, and it works. I've been tempted to I'll probably do another Blazer once I'm done with this other number 2 big one. And I might actually go back and change my prints and get some angle on there to see what they print out like.
You should be able to preview the print and look at it and see how the lines lay. I was able to see everything. So,
right.
Depending on what I did, change how much of this radius, if any, I was gonna see. it does not translate. But anyway,
Yeah. Craig Beefin, what's up? Ty, what's going on, man? Jay Woody, did you print that whole thing at once? No, I did not. This one is the big SCX6 Blazer number 2 body of 3. I'm starting number 3 right now, and this is two pieces. I used the seam line in the hood down the center to print this, and I gotta tell you, this truck takes up a lot of printer bed space.
Oh, dude. I'm surprised you got mud on it before it's all together a little bit.
Well, so again, the way that I'm actually doing this, like I said, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but I'm gonna do this one different because I actually obviously meshed everything together to make it stronger, right? So in order to do this properly, I've got to take the 2 center chunks, the cab section, and do some paint work and some finish work on those, and then bring those together when I'm done with the dash and the door cards. And then I'll finish this hood section, the doghouse section. Then I'll glue that together. I'll bring the whole truck together, and then I'll go back over it one more time and finish it. Yeah, dude, that's slick, man. Look at that. Yeah, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Hopefully that one there rolls over on its wheels better than what that bug does behind you.
It's not mounted or anything, but bro.
Yeah, man.
So, it's so clean, dude. I did the arches before the print instead of afterwards.
Right. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about having.
Look at the vents in the back.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
So it's on Patagonias and everything. I mean, Sweet Caroline. So this, I printed. It's actually 4 pieces. So split down the middle, and then that split, basically. I kind of walked it back to put the line in the hood here, in the
trunk.
I mean, it's kind of the hood because that's where the engine is on this.
Rear engine, yeah, right.
But, I mean.
Yeah, man.
That
looks good.
It was all right. But so the contour line kind of stuff we're talking about is going to be evident in the rear and the front.
Yep.
But surface area wise, it's less it's detailed, but it's less real estate.
Did you tilt that one on those parts?
Okay. No.
Gotcha.
And like this, man. I mean, it still came out fantastic. Look at that, man. I mean, that did fine.
Oh yeah.
But what really mattered to me is these lines down the side and the hood. This is a 62. I couldn't wait on Bizrodney anymore, so I went for it. And I put, so a 475 tire is 120.65 millimeters. So what I did was I sized it up in bamboo, full, with the no cutouts. I got it right on size wheelbase for what, 312? I think it is. And then exported that, threw it in Tinkercad, and then I made negative cylinders. Guess what dimension? 120.65.
Yep.
And then extrude it and stretch it out. So the negative void is on both sides.
Right on.
I can drag and drop it and basically get it where I want it. And this looks a lot like the one I'm modeling after.
It does. So here's the question. What's the difference between the 60 and the 62?
2 years.
That's it?
1960, 1962. 2 years. That's the difference.
No body change? No nothing?
I don't even know, bro.
Oh.
But look at that.
Yeah, man, it looks good.
That's upside down. So that's how you can test your work, bro.
So turn it 90 degrees. I want to see how far these wheels stick out from this thing.
Oh, a lot. But they're supposed to on this
Right.
one. I mean, if you see what I'm modeling it after, and I can put up a picture of the one I'm making it from.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been watching Matt's off-road recovery, the updates of what they're doing with the chassis and
yes.
and the arms and everything. It's pretty cool, man, what they're doing over there.
They're making a pre-runner and a trophy truck out of one of these.
You gonna finish that and take it to his off-road games in March or whatever it is?
Bro, I already sent them pictures of this. But bro, I got the Patagonias on it. The beadlocks look like their stuff. Once I rust this out, it'll be a dead ringer for Sweet Caroline. And of course, they're making them. They're going to paint them up. It'll be yellow and red. Is what they're going to be. I'm going to do a pre-runner run with the Baja lights and stuff. I think for sure.
Yep.
But I'm also going to do the pre-fashion patina rust on this blue one here. That's why I got this blue filament, actually. But I'm going to do one as that Sweet Caroline sits right now, rusty and blue on axles. I'm going to make a crawler version like that. And then the fast one probably will be yellow or red and have the Baja lights and stuff on it. So what's interesting is when I put this on my pre-runner, this could actually be a little bit wider to get down around the skids on the side of the chassis. So I think I'll probably print another one. And I got to decide if I'm gonna stretch it out wide. Maybe I'll go ahead and make it on my bug one, which is longer as well, so I don't skew the scale. Even though you and I both know you can't hardly tell if I just stretch it in one axis, big whoop.
Yep.
But if I'm going with the stretch on the trailing links, I may not suffer any penalty at all. Bro, getting the supports out of those grills was absolute
garbage. Blah.
Bruh.
They look good.
Calibrate the printer too. Either that or this guy's file was just garbage. I read the notes at the bottom of the file, and the guy said, I don't even have a 3D printer. I just make these for people to enjoy. So
oh, nice.
Who knows what I got? But I think it was like $18. So I couldn't wait anymore for Bisrodny. So I was like, you know what? I kind of wanted to do a 60s because that's what Sweet Caroline is. But the one that was in the driveway my whole life growing up was a 62. But it was a 4-door. So and it was blue. So, I mean, come on.
So you're going to call that one Smurfette?
No, I'll probably call it Sweet Caroline because I want to usurp any search engine optimization results that I can get.
Nice. Dude, I saw those guys were live last week. Did you see that? They had like almost 8,000 people watching. I'm like, dude, you got a long way to go to get to Ryan and KKRC 76.
Who, Matt's Off-Road?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, man, they got almost 8,000 people watching. It's crazy. They were out there like mapping things out and working up the off-road games.
Yes.
Circuit and stuff. Yeah.
Looks like they're busy. I don't know. I sent them that message, but I don't expect them to see it till they settle down.
Yeah. Matt's going to be like, really, dude? Can I get 500 of them?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy few days. I had my furnace kind of messing up last Friday and got that taken care of on Saturday. And then my printer, my K1 Max, it finished to print, and I went, got the print off of the bed. I'm like, all right, got the bed ready to go for another print. And I hit the LCD screen. It lit up and it had an error code. And I'm like, okay, what's this? So I Googled the error code and it's like, oh yeah, the hot end. So I had to order a hot end. So I was down for, I don't know, a day. So I brought the machine up here, sit it on my little workbench that I call a kitchen counter Friday afternoon late and tore into it, got the hot end out of it. Saturday morning, let me think about this. No, it was Saturday I took it apart. Sunday morning early, Amazon showed up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I got my hot end. I slapped that thing back together and
Nice.
we're back running again. So
That's what's up.
Blazer number 2 is
I
on
think I
shunt
may
number
do
3.
a 6 scale one of these.
I would. I think that body would look killer on an SCX6.
I think this will be. Oh, there goes the deer. I think this will be a better performer than my Ford when all's said and done.
Oh, for sure. I think so.
Yeah. And you guys that are waiting on Telly Savalas, that's a lie. He's not really coming on tonight. But for some reason, I thought that would be funny. So
soon, though. Stay tuned.
I Googled how to spell it right, because I didn't want to put it on there wrong.
You're right. You'll get told it's wrong.
Yeah. So I was typing it in without my glasses on and with it spelled wrong. And then yeah, I figured it out. So I got a little mail call.
Sweet.
Yeah. And
actually, I do too.
I got some more on the way. So I this bathroom job, right?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm gonna grab some things.
Get it.
Keep talking.
Bro, I'm pumped about this Corvair though. I can't lie. And hold on, I'm going solo.
Go solo.
I'm just so glad I sorted out the arches ahead of time. They're just so clean, no cuts. You don't see the infill,
Looks good.
I still got to back my glue joints and do all my finish work and everything, but I thought, let me go blue and just play with it until I can start making a mess. This side looks a little better. One side shrunk just a little on the crack, but man, what a neat shape. And if I were to not have cut the arches, this thing would have to be so tall to clear the wheels. It's goofy. As it is, this is really a dead ringer for the one I'm modeling it after. And the bottom of this is going to be just right with the chassis and the skids. But for a guy that doesn't really 3D print to have designed this, it's pretty good. And the bumpers are separate. I could have printed them on it or off. But I'm knowing this thing is going to be the one nice thing about going a little bigger, brother, for the short course size pre-runner is the pre-runner bumper is going to look better. It looks a little too big on this one, but if I go a little bit wider and a little bit longer, it's going to be way more appropriate. But I'm so pumped about this, dude. I'm super pumped about this Corvair, brother.
Bro, you've been talking about that for months.
I couldn't wait anymore, and I took a gamble on this dude's files. I was like, dude, they're kind of cheap. He doesn't have a lot of pictures, but it's a 2-door, and it's close enough. I can't wait anymore. And I just had printed off this Hilux in one shot, and I was like, got my wheels turning again. That looks good, bro. Now that it's beefy, I may have to do a Blazer.
Dude, this thing it's going to be sweet. Yeah.
Ty, this one, so this is a 4-section deal. So it's split down the middle and then split again, basically. So right there on the hood, you can kind of see the glue peeking through whatever. And then on the back, it's on the hood line. And so when I did a half, front half, and then I half that again, I printed them both at once, like this. So the front part of the cabin is, on the bed like this, and then this was on the bed like it is. And so it's about 12 hours. So 24 hours, I'd say, total print time on that. And I did tree supports on this one. But
I keep finding myself using more and more tree supports rather than the traditional supports. It seems like there's a decent amount less of filament used, and they're so much easier to remove, especially if you're doing like something that has a nice grill on the front of it, like what this blazer does. They come off so nice and easy.
Here's one reason. So that is a great reason to choose one over the other. But I'll tell you, the straight up supports for me have been useful if, let's say I tried trees and it wouldn't stay on the bed and it came loose.
Yep.
Or when I was printing that ASA stuff or whatever I was printing when it was super cold last year.
Yep.
When I was having trouble keeping stuff still, the full supports were a good choice.
Yeah.
In that situation. But if trees will hold it up, and you can adjust the brim on the trees and stuff like that.
Yep.
But if trees will work and they're less material and it's faster, like why the hell wouldn't you?
Right. Exactly.
And knowing that this wasn't going to be at an angle or anything, that was straight up pieces on the bed and it's wide.
Yep.
I was like, this will be fine.
Yep.
But there are some pieces I've done weird enough in the past where I had to do the other style because it would not work.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And you know what? The more you print, especially, and I watched, you and Ty the other night on his channel after the fact. And, Ty was talking about asking you questions about, what we're doing over here with these static little models, and we're turning them into these big, SCX6, bodies. It's intriguing to be able to do this and work these files out. Sorry, I'm taking this thing apart. I got together with Gorilla Tape, but to work out these files and be able to, change things, and once you make one and realize where the flaws are or the weak points, such as this blazer, dude, once it's like once you run one and see where those flaws are at and go back and do like what I did with this blazer, dude, brother, this thing is a chunk. It's a chunk, and it's gonna be the strongest body I got. And right now, the first one that I've done, that thing's the weakest link ever, out there. So, to be able to just make these things, these chunks. I mean, dude, just this piece right here was like, this was probably 15 or 16 hours. But prior to what I reworked on these, where this little indent is right here, where the inner section meets the outer section, I physically put those together, and that thing, and plus it's got a block, you can see it back here, kind of.
Yes.
That filler block in there is 3/4 of the way embedded into each one of those sidewalls. And this thing is going to be a tank.
And it used to just float, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the previous one, this rail right here where this intersection comes in, that was my only glue joint right here.
Oh, geez.
All the way around.
Okay, from the floor to the quarter panels.
Yep. And
Oh my gosh.
that's your only glue joint. Now it's all one piece.
Nice.
So there's the interior section. Look at this.
On.
Dude, look at this beefcake that I did here where my
Yes.
finger's at. Dude, that's the inside wall. And again, same thing. This was your only glue joint right there. There is no glue joint needed. Now this thing is fused all together. Dude, this truck is going to be an animal when it's done.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah, it needed that, bro. It needed that bad, didn't
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. 100%. And quite frankly, I'm in my off time here lately. I'm working out some of the other truck files. The Blazers, or I'm sorry, the Scout is another perfect example of doing this to that because of the
Oh my gosh.
that back bed section that comes in. Open it up, make it a little bigger, extend it out into, and fuse it all together. So when it prints, it's all one piece. Put some supports up in there where you can't see it, and it becomes the biggest beefcake section ever.
The Scout has I remember all these missed opportunities for making it strong.
Yeah.
Where the benches and all this stuff back in there is independent in a way where it could be tied in. Now, for me, I did tie it in, but I use like liquid nails and stuff to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's what we did earlier.
To add stuff in though and stretch it out, whatever it takes. But yeah, that's the right idea. And that Blazer needed that, bro, because
100%.
It was easy for me to fix the Scout, the little one and the big one, and make it tougher. But it was a glaringly obvious. And then the rock rails down there went so thin, it was like the side of this where you can see air through it. It gets so skinny.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, these things definitely need some help in whether you're using Mesh Mixer, which I did a lot of this in Mesh Mixer, honestly, and a little bit in Fusion. But the other big thing is, and Ryan, you and I kind of had a difference of opinion at one point, but you can see how the bumper is now part of this here.
Yeah.
So look at that, man. That thing is solid, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's nice.
It's Beefcake City over here.
That's nice. The one thing I did, I mean, you do whatever you want, and you can, if you think it out and you go to put in the work, you can make it happen. The one thing I like about bumpers separate is it depends on the size of the vehicle you're doing, but sometimes you can print off a bumper in one shot, not on these 6 scales anyway. So who cares that there's a seam in the middle, because there would be anyway.
Exactly.
On the 10 scale stuff though, you can get away with a bumper in one shot, which is kind of nice. And then if like for me, I'm painting them a different color, it's nice if it's separate for that. But it can still be masked off and done, even if it's on the print. And it's a trade-off. Like, I got to bring glue when we go, because if someone hits me, I'm going to have to glue my bumper back on.
Yep.
That bumper ain't coming off.
Right.
On yours.
Yeah, this bumper is not coming off. So that is all 3D printed right in.
And you can't beat the scale bumpers either. Like the bumpers these files come with, it depends what you're doing. Most of the time I use the bumpers like you are. I'm not on this Corvair this time, but that's special case. But most of the time all my 3D big rigs have the scale bumpers.
Yeah.
Either as part of it or separate.
Yep.
The Ford actually has the front one as part of the file. And guess what? I've never had to put it back on.
Yeah, especially even when you T-bone me it wide open.
I have
It
to
did,
keep gluing it in the middle,
right?
but that's just because I'm hitting things.
The other thing that I was able to do was, now that I did number one, the prototype, I figured out where I wanted to have my latch,
Yes.
because I, like everything else, like the honcho, all my bodies all connect at the back with the two shoulder bolts, and then I just click it shut up front on the bulkhead. So I was able to put all of that, fused all of that together. Dude, this is the best one I've done yet. It will be,
Nice.
with how I've reworked this stuff, from static model to let's go beat the living snot out of it on an SCX6, which we did.
You need to be able to romp on that Blazer and not, it needs that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It needed it because you had to baby that one.
Yeah,
And
number one is a baby.
you won't have to baby this one.
Right. So this black one that I printed out is going to be all yellow. And then the white one is going to be either a dark, like navy blue and white, like my baby blue and white one is, or it's going to be orange and white. I haven't determined which way I'm going yet,
Gotcha.
but it'll be the same color scheme as my baby blue one.
Got it.
Yeah. Anybody want to buy a Prometheus? She's hanging back here. Ryan got his hands on that one, and he actually loved it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't remember liking it though.
Yeah, you did. You got your hands on it, and you tumbled it around a little bit and flew it, and you're like, man, this one actually flies pretty good compared to the one that I flew when it got released.
Yeah. I think we had it too nose heavy back then when we first did it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
But
Jeff, what's up?
yeah, man, mail call. Bunch of stuff still on the way. The Unimog is still going on. And I started designing the bed. And then Craig is not far from us, Kelly. He just asked you how much for the Prometheus.
I'll sell it. Brother, send me a private message on Facebook or something and hit me up. Yep. I got other airplanes I'll sell too. I'm trying to make room.
So I started designing the Unimog bed. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is bigger than the print bed. And I don't necessarily want to half it and stuff. So, and I don't know, I just wanted more hands on it. So I ordered light plywood, like skinny, like real wood, bro.
Nice.
I got real wood to make that frame and the panels and the floor. The floor could be anything. The bed of the thing could be whatever. But I wanted to kind of, I don't know. I wanted to make the walls and the back of the,
Sure.
and I ordered some little tiny hinges. So I may be able to actually make that the sides, that whole truck will open up on the back parts of it. If you look at those hinges along the bottom of it, that whole damn thing will fold
Just
down and
all
just be
fold open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to at least mock it up like that. It doesn't need to necessarily work, but the wood was so cheap. I got like 50 sticks of 1/4-inch square stock, which I could easily sand the corners off of and make it look like tube stock, metal.
Yeah.
And then like 1/8-inch ply or something. And that'll be fine. And if I'm really cool, I'll get some aluminum flashing and wrap some of this in it.
You will make that happen. I know
might.
how you work.
I might.
You will.
Some real dents would be cool.
You'll make it happen. What about using that aluminum tape that they use for ductwork?
That stuff is great. It's not quite big enough.
Not wide enough.
You would have lines in it where you wouldn't necessarily want it. And it's got to be, when I was using that stuff to emulate repairs on foam airplanes, if you just went over the plane with that tape, it would show the texture of the foam, everything.
Yeah, it just transposes right through.
So what I would do is use like a business card, and I'd cut it up a little bit smaller than the patch was going to be to fill the whatever the gash or the hole was, so it didn't cave in on it. And then I would, even the back of like sticker paper, real thin stuff, right? And I would put that on, and then I would put the silver tape over that a little wider, and I'd use the head of a finish nail to press in and make it look like rivets. And it was always super flat, looked really nice. But it does show whatever's under it. So that's it. It's cool stuff. But for as much as I need to make for this, bro, I mean, it's bigger than the bed. It's a full ruler. So it's like 300 millimeters or whatever, 12 inches long. And I was like, so I sized it up, and I bought 2-inch tall, which is what I need, by whatever, 12 or 24. I can't remember what I ended up getting. And then a bunch of those sticks. I got a ton. It was cheaper to buy 50 than 10 of the the 1/4-inch square stock.
Yeah.
So
isn't that funny? It happens that way.
It'll be here any day now. And I also bought another set of those Endure beadlocks and a set of Patagonias, because I just only have 2 sets of Pats, and it's becoming evident I don't have enough Patagonias.
Dude, you're going to town on beadlock spending these days.
Even though this is a mock-up, like I wanted it on the tires, that I want.
Yep.
But I still want to run what I just put new wheels on the CJ7, and these were them, and I stole them right back off. So I'm just so I could look at this one. So yeah, man. So I got hinges, I got wood, Patagonias, beadlocks.
Sweet.
I had a gift card at Amazon, so I spent it. And then I took a draw on this bathroom job, which is a big job. And I was like, I just want a little bit. And so
just a little bit.
I got, all right, hold on. And then we'll talk to the coup de grace in a minute. So 1800 Fusion.
No, the quick run.
Because why not? Apparently they got them at Horizon. Hello.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You got to know how to look. Some of that stuff is not obvious.
What?
I know. I didn't know either. And then they don't have the link rod ends for the base camp. They're out of stock, and a lot of the new vehicles use those. So I got Axial 10-2 rod ends because I want those bended ones on those upper links.
Yep.
Because I can tell it's a little tight, and I don't have them. So I bought these, and it comes with, look at the bullhorn on the top. So that's kind of cool. So I got some rod ends, Fusion 1800.
Hold up. So we need to make a Boss Hog Cadillac as a pre-ripper body.
I already got Uncle Jesse's Ford. It's just mine has a red door, bro.
Well, then, I'll do the Boss Hog Cadillac convertible. I'm gonna need one of those bullhorns, one of them bulls.
There you go. Sometimes if you go looking at stuff, you have to hit the discontinued button on the side, and then you'll see like a bunch of Axial 10-2s. And yes, the truck is not still available, but if you click in and look at the spare parts, there's still parts. So there's skids and rod ends and blah, blah, blah. So that's what I did. And
Heck yeah.
This, like, so yeah, the Amazon order. I'm waiting on the bead locks, Patagonias, the wood, and the hinges. This fusion, the rod ends, and guess what these are?
I have no clue.
I was talking about it the other day. E-Flight. It's the skis for the anniversary timber. So I put floats on.
Oh. Yeah.
I put floats on for doing snow, but this is new. So they just now, with this new timber anniversary, came out with these snow skis and like purpose built. So I got them.
Right on.
I got them. I want to fly that son of a gun with the floats on the snow, and I want to. And so these go on the wheels, like your wheel struts. So I can take the wheels off and make these happen.
Sweet.
And then of course, the floats are their own thing. So yeah, I got these. Let's take a look at one.
Ryan, you need to get that put together because here's the thing. My thought is, it's been a long while since you and Kirk and I got out and trailed. Kirk and I talked about it the other day. It's not going to be horrible this weekend. We need to try and make some time to get out. And if we could go to Wilson, dude, you should bring that timber and we can fly it over there with those skis on it.
Wow, these are not what I thought. So, I think it's a rendering on the website where they look like they're gray plastic. These are foam.
Oh, they're foam.
For there's a bunch of plastic business on them.
You know where my head goes? Right there, right then.
Scan it.
Yep, it's time to scan it. Let's print them out.
But yeah, so that's cool. It keeps them nice and light, though, that they're foam.
Ty said he found 3D skis for timber a few days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. High quality. What website did you find them at, Ty? Man, the other night when I went back and watched you and Ty, I was like, man, I need to join those guys again.
Yes. It's later than we do. I don't come on Ty's till 10.
Well, I'll take a nap in the afternoon late around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'll wake up at 8 o'clock, rub my eyes, balls, and I'll be ready to jump in with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, these are nice, though. They're E-Flight manufactured. I feel like as far as videos go, I get a little more out of that. I'd like to compare them to the floats just because it's fun.
What's the rigidity like of those? I mean, they feel pretty decent?
It's got carbon fiber or something along the bottoms.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, I've done Dubrovskis. They kind of suck. But these are definitely made for the timber. And yeah, they're neat. And there is really no instruction. So I will see how it goes.
So with there not being any instructions, everybody, what we're going to do is see how good Pilot Ryan is. And we're going to have him mount those on the wing on the top side and have him land that thing upside down on the skis.
That's a fun idea.
That's a good idea. Let's go.
That's a fun idea. But yeah, man. So I got those and drum roll. I'm waiting on it. Bro.
What'd you get?
Guess. If anybody listens to me, you should know.
Hopefully not another SCX 30.
No.
A GB. No, you got, hold on. Wait, it's an airplane. Yeah, no. I see it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. You bought you got another airplane coming. No?
No, man.
Well, and I don't listen worth a
No, you don't. It's okay. No one does.
There's a lot of stuff that you want, so who knows? I mean, it's an RC heli.
No. I would like to have one, but I won't pay for one. I don't want one that bad. I just need to learn how to do them. But
did you get anything Vanquish? Ah, we're getting warmer.
dude, I ordered the classic, bro, the new Origin.
You did the Scout?
Yes.
Man, look at him go.
I mean, 5 base camps kits in a row or whatever. I'm like, let's do something else. So I got a BS410 classic. That new Scout, dude, with the clipless body looks so good. I have so many 10.3s. I'm like, all right on them. I did decide what I'm going to do for the transmission. One of these pre-runners is getting this garbage deal, and I'm going to throw that transmission in this crawler Corvair.
Dude, we're going to place bets on how long that garbage transmission lasts.
To be honest, this crawler Corvair is probably going on. I ain't even going to lie to you. This is the Willie's Wagon base camp that's got the reef servo and it's already got a fusion. I think I'll put this. This is kind of trail truck. I think I'm going to use one of my brushed systems in this on that piecemeal chassis I got right there.
Makes sense. Good idea.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of want that Corvair to perform, bro. So I want that reef servo. I mean, I could just take it out, but it's already in there.
You know what? I've always dreamed of getting a reef servo. That'll never happen.
And here's another reason why that chassis is good for this.
You know what, brother? Honestly, before we go to that, talking about reef servos, the only thing that I have in this house, car-wise, that needs a reef servo is my Creighton 8S. Honestly, that's the only.
There's loads of good servos out there, man. And Reefs has a ton of different strengths of servo. I don't think it's anything crazy. And
Why don't you buy it?
Bro, I bought this Vanquish stock RTR servo, has plenty good torque for what it is. And this cost me $15 at RC Chop Shop.
Right on.
So, but the Corvair crawler, I'm a little less worried about the Basher pre-runners on the torque specs on the steering a little bit. But this crawler Corvair, dude, I think I'll use that chassis because the ride height is already a little bit higher than I normally do because it was the Willie's Wagon. And that Corvair body needs that.
Yep.
It needs that because it actually sits down on it so good, and it's a car. So I need that ride height.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually moved the shocks on that just for the mock-up because it was I had already done the lower thing, right, where I share with the links.
Yep.
So it'll be good up just a little bit. I think it will go on that one.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. If I do one of those Corvairs, it's gonna be just for the pre-runner.
Nice. Yeah, dude, for that I'm gonna make it a little bigger, like I said. So it can because I mocked this up on the pre-runner and I had to unbolt my receiver box and the ESC the way I have it mounted to the skid, and it's set on the skid, and I don't want it to. I want it to be the same or come around it.
Right. Yep. Well, whichever pre-runner color you don't do with the yellow and the red one, I'm doing the opposite of what you do. You and I need to build them both.
We should. I mean, it doesn't matter, but we should. Are you going to stretched out short course style or keep it the smaller wheelbase?
Oh, you know me. I'm stretching it out. Short course style.
Okay, good. Because that'll probably answer the width problem.
Ba boom, bada bang.
Bro.
That's it, right?
Come on.
We're going for them.
I think I'll do yellow.
Damn it, that's my favorite color.
I don't care. I'll do red.
Dude, you need to do the red so you can pull this thing in the trailer behind the big travel all. That's what you need to do. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'll do the opposite. I don't have really any red vehicles, so maybe I do need to do a red.
I mean, I've got red vehicles.
I don't care.
And yellow vehicles and blue vehicles.
And white vehicles with red doors.
And rusty vehicles. And yeah, dude, it's fine. Whatever. I was thinking yellow, though.
Hey, did I ever send you the link to that that light bar?
No.
Of course I didn't.
No, because I would have bought it recently on Amazon.
Francis, big airplane servo dollars. Yeah, man. No kidding. Those servos that I bought for the Kristen Eagle, dude, those things, Horizon soaked me to the bone on those, man. They were over $100 a piece, I think. They were like 125 or $130 a piece.
Oh yeah, easily.
I was like, yeah, I'll take 4 of those. Sure. Why not?
I need some Bondo paste.
Dude, I just got a brand new tube of that.
You used it all on the hood.
I know, this is getting ready to say I used 3/4 of it on the hood.
You still putting it on with gloves on?
No. I decided to do the card trick like you do. It looks like it's super thick on here, but it's not.
It's cool.
Chris got some TRX4 high trail parts from Jane's RC. Got frame rails and most of the plastics.
Nice.
For TRX4 high trail.
Here's a funny story about the high trail. I had the 2021 Bronco, just regular.
Yep.
And then I made another 2021 Bronco high trail with the kit and the bigger 2.2s and all the things. Bro, the little 1.9 version was way better performance-wise. So by the time I had it all, I did everything. I did the lights, the rock lights, the winch, whatever you could do to that thing, I did to that second one. And I remember one day at the shop, some kid wanted it. And I like added it all up and gave him a deal and still got like $1,200.
Wow.
So I had to do all that to make it as good as the RTR out of the box.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
When Kirk and I went up to Reaction to run the indoor course up in Grand Rapids, his boss was up there with a couple of his kids, and he had one of them big high trails. And it was, dude, that thing was rollover city up there.
Guarantee. I did a video on the K10 they have, and it's cool, but it's like this is a mud truck basher. This is not a crawler. It's just too top heavy. The what I always wanted to do with the high trail, I almost did it. They have the K10 and the Ford, which are kind of a longer wheelbase, and then they do that 72 Blazer, which is beautiful, like candy apple red looking.
Yep.
And they have a blue one too. Gorgeous. The first thing I was going to do was drop it back on 1.9s because it's just not going to do well. It depends what you want them for. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, that high trail, no matter what you do to it, isn't a very good performer.
I mean, it's rad, dude, especially if you want a mud truck or a scale basher. That's what's neat about the TRX4s is that second speed and unlock the diffs. I mean, it's cool.
Right.
This Unimog is gonna be that.
The Unismog.
Yeah, let's show that.
Unismog. Chris, you're bartering over 3D printed parts for high
This will be
trail.
sick once I get the bed built,
Wow,
dude.
sweet. See, to me, that thing's like high trail.
It is.
It's got the high trail look.
Well, because yes and no. Because of the 2.2s, yes, but I did not do the exorbitantly high ride height though. So I got two twos, but I'm still within reason. And I think it sits pretty good.
It sits great
on the arches. And it's not too high. Man, that's the right size though. I had to go 2.2s on this.
Yeah, you had to. They fit the fenders really well.
This didn't look right with the regular 475s.
Right.
And I had these 2.2 Patagonias from my Golden Nugget, so I was like, I'm stealing them.
Dude, I think that Smog would look good on a 6 chassis too, tell you the truth.
It would. I worry a little bit about its top heaviness, but you could keep the bed light and make up for it.
The nice thing is the 6 chassis are so heavy on their own and all that weight's down low, and you put two 10,000 packs in there, you can go up with it. It won't matter. Not like the 10 scales.
And I have the files. I could scale this up. This whole thing is a screw together kit. So of course the holes will get bigger too, but that's okay because it's got me using some tiny stuff for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do the tiny stuff anymore. I need a magnifying glass. Chris, you ordered 2 of those 12 by 12 sheets.
This is so heavy, dude. This is already so heavy.
Right. Chris, you talking about the clear plastic for the windows? 12 by 12 sheets. I think I get like a 12 by 24 sheet.
Yeah, there may be a weird, I think there's a 12 by
18 or something.
Yeah.
And dude, the 12 by 18 lasts. I mean, it just goes for days. That's cool that they dropped off an extra one for free to you. Can't complain about that. My Blazer, the only windows I have in my number 1, my prototype, is just a windshield. I don't have any windows in the rest of it. I got lazy on that one. I didn't want to do it because, I was like, do I want to pull? Because I use 3M PT1100 tape, double-edged tape, and put my cab or my cap on my Blazers with that in case I ever want to take them off. Then I can just get a screwdriver and lightly just get it pried up and pull it off and peel the tape off and run it, open air.
Nice.
So that's what I usually do with. I don't glue my lids on.
I like roofs, kind of.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know why, but I do.
Uh-oh. There's the big Fred, man.
He just missed it all, the whole reveal.
He just missed the whole reveal.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I gotta get out on the snow before it melts. I'll feel stupid for buying these skis if I don't get it on the snow.
I was gonna say they're styrofoam. Bring them over. We'll fly it off the water this summer.
I thought that would be fun too. But yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped up, man. I'm glad to be back on the Unimog. I'm glad to have the Corvairs going. And yeah, I'm gonna print another one a little bigger, I think, for the short course pre-runners deal.
Yep.
Because that'll solve a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, if you sent those files to me, I haven't.
I didn't. I sent you the link.
I haven't looked. I haven't done anything with anything.
Bro, I operate in full memory overload on the computer. So I'm not even sure I can, but I'm always full. Whatever on here. I got an external hard drive that I use, but then I got to find the stuff. But there isn't a lot to this. There's no interior, so it's basically the body and the bumpers or not. But I haven't sent a thing. I've been super. I'm doing the bathroom every day except
Dude,
today and Sunday. Every day.
I am overly swamped right now with stuff. So outside of me getting up in the middle of the night and babysitting the printer down in the basement, I haven't done anything else.
It's been so nasty. And if you're wanting to get out, this weekend has to be it because I'll be in Florida for a week
Oh, nice.
pretty soon
Outstanding.
with nothing to do. I won't have my stuff to touch and wrench on or mess with.
Dude, you need to take and just ship yourself one of your vehicles so you can go drive around and chase, lizards.
I thought it'd be fun to build a kit while I was there,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous with 20
gosh.
kids running around.
Yeah, you're sitting poolside putting together a RC chassis
Yeah.
in Florida. But you know what? It's been cold down there. Dude, I saw Exocage the other day, Joe. He had a video out and it's like snowing. And he was like on cloud nine. He's like, oh my gosh, look at this, it's snowing out here. And then all ties ripping and bashing in the snow. Man, you'd think these guys, they're like, man, it snowed. This is awesome.
It's overrated. It's overrated a little.
Oh man.
No,
we call it snert, ladies and gentlemen.
It would be cool if you never saw any. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't ever get any of it, it's cool to play out there. And it cleans your tires off too. It's amazing how clean your tires are after running in the snow.
I wonder if these skis would fit on that Twin Otter.
Uh-oh.
That'd be cool.
Probably.
I already know the nose. You'd have to get another set so you could do the nose wheel. It does come with one for the tail wheel, but I know it would be too low, probably, on the nose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Those would probably fit nice on my 150 trike.
Yeah, all three. Yeah.
Carbon Z trike?
All three?
Oh, yeah. Dude, that'd be a blast.
I bet
now you're making me want to go fly again.
Bro.
Man, it's been a while.
It's a little bit warmer. So I'm hoping when I'm over there. So, with the snow like it is, it's kind of like having water all around you. If you got floats or skis, you can take off and land anywhere.
Yep.
And so there's farm fields that you would never attempt to roll in.
Right.
That I can do whatever I want in.
Mother Nature gives you that nice smooth surface.
So I'm hoping it's supposed to warm up. So there'll still be snow, but it won't be brutal. And maybe I'll take a break when I'm over there and try to do it. But I got to figure these out.
I'm kind of serious about Wilson. It'd be kind of, but in the wintertime, they got that hill open and all them kids are all sledding.
Yeah, but they're over there. They're not going to be where we're going.
Yeah, but you know what happens when you got a model airplane flying around, a bunch of kids, it's like a magnet.
Yeah, I don't know about flying over there. Those wires you're right there in between like all the high tension stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd fly it at any of the beaches. But I'm probably just going to fly it behind my father-in-law's house.
The only problem that I have flying over, like off the beaches and being over any kind of body of water when it's like this out there, if it goes down out there, you're done. You can't go get it.
Michael Bair, they just released skis with this new Timber 10th anniversary deal. These are new from E-Flight. So you get two of these and then one for the tail wheel. And they're like spring loaded and all the things. So there's some hardware dangling from it, and it came with some as well. and I'll have to figure it out because there's no instructions, but that's okay. But yeah, carbon fiber on the bottom. It's mostly foam, but there's plastic where it counts at the leading edge there, and then the mounting. And this just goes right on the stock wheels. Well, you take the wheels off, but you use the stock struts.
Yep. I wonder if would those fit on the? Those would probably fit on the Draco too. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, you may have to drill the hole out a little bit for the axle because I bet those axles are like 5 millimeters instead of what looks to be 4.
Yeah.
But so what?
Right.
Drill it out. Drill it out. There, you're getting to the point where they're maybe getting too small for the big stuff, but it kind of like everything depends on the snow. Like, can you hang out on top, or is it really gonna get you deep? With the way it's been melting and then getting cold again, I have a feeling it's pretty
solid.
It's not gonna really sink much.
Right. And if we get out this weekend talking about sinking too much, I want to get that snowmobile out and rip it. I'm bringing that. Because I've been watching these guys with those 3D printed snowmobiles. Dude, they're ripping everywhere.
Yeah.
So I had mine out and ripped it. Dude, that 1800 Fusion is plenty enough fuel for that thing.
Yeah, I saw guys ripping them and they were like, yeah, this isn't really the fast setup, but it was still like super fine. It was totally pulling wheelies already.
Yeah. Yep. If his real deep floats would still be better. Yep.
Yes, for sure. And I got floats on it. But I was like, dude, they just came out with these skis. Like, what the hell? I'll try it.
Yep. Yeah, floats would be perfect in powder. But this
means you benefit from the spring-loaded articulated struts too, if you have these on.
Yep. Especially for hard pack. Which, like you said, some of this is starting to kind of melt a little bit, freeze up and melt a little bit, and you got layers. So probably would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we got to get behind the camera and get some of this action. We got to go.
I'm at the point now where I'll wear a GoPro on my head just to get it.
Dude, I'm at the point where I'd be willing to buy a set of those and throw it on the Pro, me, and go after it.
Wow.
Skis on the Prometheus.
You think they're big enough?
I don't know. That Prometheus got enough power. You could go 2 foot and be off the ground. You don't need skis, probably.
Yeah, if you're not digging. Let's see. How long?
I don't know.
They're about 13 and a half inches long, probably.
Oh, really? They're that big?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's kind of deceiving in the view here. Didn't look like they were that long. 13. Wow, you were close. Those are how wide are they? What, 3? 3.5. 2.5. Now they got some surface area to them. They probably do really good. Yeah. Sweet. Hey, go solo for a minute. I'll be back.
The lights whiten out the hardware of it. So, yep. Everybody home? Proskius. Yeah, man. So yeah, I got the the timbers come with floats, so that I already did them and they're on the plane. But I was like, shoot, let me try these skis. They're new, and I bet no one will have they're new, so no one will have a video for them. Yes, it uses the axle to fix it to the plane. I may be able to mock one up a little bit. So yeah, that's half of the situation. You just unbolt the wheel. Your axle's already there, axle. And then it comes with some hardware for you to do your spring loaded business. But this is going to just go right through it, I imagine.
You should just mount them things up right now on that timber.
Well, since the floats are on it, I'll fly it with the floats.
Oh, you put the floats on it.
The floats are on the plane. Yeah, done.
Gotcha. You know, the timber was, I love it that they keep the timber thing going. That plane is just awesome.
So there's some spring loaded bits and whatever stuff that I got to figure out where to go with it. But oh, cool. There's some little retainers and everything. But yeah, basically, you're going to go right through the axle and then use some of these other little hardware bits to spring load it so it doesn't get jacked up like this or like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like I assume a bit of a limit strap. And yeah, I don't know yet how to do them, but I'll figure it out. And there's some kind of mounting here at the toe. And then, yeah, like all this spring-loaded garbage. And the tail wheel as well. So there's some bits here for me to figure and sort out. But
oh, wow. So it's got a ski for the tail wheel.
Yes.
How cool is that?
It's so cool. I was like, why wouldn't you try them? If you look at the picture, it's going to be on the timber 10th anniversary.
That's cool.
But you won't find them unless so there's replacement parts and then there's optional parts. So I think they're in the optional parts. And if you look at the pictures, I think it's just a rendering. So I think they're just gray like a file,
Gotcha.
But what you get is this foam that's clad in plastic here and there.
And
yeah, you'll still get the spring-loaded articulation. It's going to be sweet.
And maybe I missed this. Are they left right specific?
No.
Okay.
Nope, not like water floats are supposed to be.
Right. Cool. Yeah, they look cool. I might actually have to get a set of those and put them on something so they can collect dust with the rest of everything.
I think they'll sell out once folks know they exist.
Yeah, when I'll buy mine? Probably July or August. When they're on sale.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a few weeks. They'll blow them out.
Maybe I'll buy 2 sets of them. We'll put them on my I don't have it anymore. My B2 and fly it off the water with them.
I'm telling you. I mean, these nose wheels on these planes are not really made to be super strong, but if you had 2 sets of these, I think you could work it out on almost any trike.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I think I love my 150, my Carbon Z 150, the trike version. That thing is so fun to fly and so easy and so forgiving. I think those skis would be awesome on that. Something like that. And it would, they'd probably handle it okay.
I think so. It just it can you get up to speed without digging in the prop. That's it.
Yep. Full back elevator. Full up elevator and gas it.
If it's a trike, I mean, you're better off already.
Half flaps. Get up and get out.
You're better off on a trike. You got 3 of them instead of 2. And I mean, unless you just bury the front one, it should be all right.
Should be. One would hope so. One would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to miss the flying. I actually was playing with my little night vapor the other day. And
It's fun.
I'm a proud parent of a black cat that's going to be coming up on, I think, 2 years old here pretty soon. And he loves to travel. He loves to go for car rides, loves the boat, loves water. He's not a cat. He's like a cat dog. And I need to get this little vapor out and tantalize him with that around here inside the house.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
We used to fly him in the warehouse. That was fun. Throw him in safe and just crank the pitch. And just high alpha push these things around. It was fun. And
then crank the ceiling fan up on high, and then it's like
we had some industrial stuff that would really blow it. There were fans, but there was also like a unit up there that it'd knock you around, but big time.
Oh yeah,
but it was cool.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun little planes to play around with.
But dude, floats are super good in the snow. The one thing is, though, they're never plastic on the bottom. So they're not really made for getting beat up the same. I never put the water rudders on, ever. You how can you go wrong with that on the snow?
I absolutely hate water rudders. Because I live on the water. Ryan knows, he's been out here, him and Bobby. But being on the water out here, you take an airplane out and fly it, and when you have a rudder that gets stuck, it's no fun. It's something else to go wrong that we don't need. That looks good, man. I miss my original timber. My version 1.
This is like that original scheme, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, different electronics, right, than the first one?
Yeah.
Some upgrades and
it's a top feeder instead of a bottom feeder.
Dude. Yes, that's a huge plus. Is that the same motor as number 1, or is it different?
No, dude, this is all beefed up for 4S ops.
Dude, that airplane on 4S. Oh my Lord.
And reverse thrust, AS3X plus, all that stuff. Yeah, man, this is gonna be sweet. Now, this one does have those extra bits. That's the only plastic on these floats, is that little strake right there,
right
on the inside.
So I've got a set of those floats that have that plastic thing on there for my air tractor. Well, you flew the air tractor on my floats that I painted yellow, and it's a little bit janky on the floats. The air tractor is. You got to get used to it.
Yeah, I think a low wing would be a little weird on floats.
You flew my air tractor on floats, and you didn't really care for it much. You were not a huge fan of it.
It's probably because I like landing, and there was no flat mix. Probably.
No, it was just you flying it around. You're like, man, this thing acts a little weird. And I'm like, yeah, it is a little bit different with the floats on it.
Yeah, I mean, low wing, it's not going to be as settled as these high ones.
Dude, did I tell you I tossed together my Icon A5? I pieced that thing back together. Dude, we need to go rip that thing. If it goes into pieces in the ground, I could care less.
We need to on the snow too.
Well, let's go. Let's go. Come on. We're out.
Vintage.
I'm going. I'm coming over. Let's go.
Dude, my kid's finally doing the science fair project with all those bolts that I printed off at different infills.
Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago you did that.
Yeah, I don't wait till the last minute, but he does. So, but the kid's on the like honor roll. Like I can't be mad. I am talking about you. He's working on it right now.
Nice.
Getting the visual done. So, yeah, he's done a good job on it, man. He's got graphs and all this stuff. Talking about this, our hypothesis was correct in our case with rotational forces. The 100% infill was a stronger bolt. We did 4 different infill ratios and 4 different bolts for each one. So we broke 16 bolts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I bought a torque wrench thing. And
didn't you say that you got a lot of likes and stuff and a lot of views on that? Didn't you do a video and put it out on social?
Just did a post, just a picture post, no links to anywhere else.
Gotcha.
Just a picture post that had the infill ratios so I printed off cross sections of the bolt heads and paused them. So you get to really see a perfect picture of the infill. I mean, if you use a science fair project or anything like that,
yep,
why wouldn't you want to see what you're trying to talk about? So,
right.
So I think he's gonna get a good grade because his idea was basically to see what it would take to crush one. But I was like, how do you quantify the numbers? Like 18 turns on the vise? You need something a little more specific. So I was like, good idea. Let's make bolts because I know what torque wrenches are because I watch people do automotive things. And let's do that. And I use a torque wrench anyway later in life, I'm sure. So, yeah, I am going to get a good grade, Brian. But, yeah, man, I'm proud of him. So I was looking it over today a little bit on a break, and I was like, wait a minute. Your graph only shows 3 infills, but we did 4, and you're wrong. God, he's got ears like something that has good ears.
Yep. That's what happens when you're younger and 21 and you haven't blasted your brains out with a loud stereo. Michael Bear, just wrote a huge check to get the lake dredged. Yeah, we got some people out here that spray the weeds in our river. Well, that's actually and do a lot of weed control during the summer. So, but the community out here helps support that. So I get what you're saying for sure. Brian Chambers, what's happening? Come on, torque wrench, Willie. Let's go. I might actually have to pick up one of those timbers, 4S, for an original timber.
Let me know when you're done.
That thing would be a rocket ship.
It's about 8:30, I think.
Oh, it's 8:34.
8:34. Fine. Just give it time to dry. Spread that out. Nice.
Michael Bear, is that lake? Is it power sports lake or non-power?
Gotta plug that in a little bit.
Kind of curious because we have a lot of wakeboard boats out here on the river, and they just destroy everything. Yeah, Mike Bird. Yep. New timber, 4S. Let's go, man. Full flap or Gallia and full up elevator and hammer the throttle. I'm kind of curious to see how this thing does if Ryan's on 4S. Couple foot, you're off the ground and gone.
It doesn't take that long to do that, but it'll be a few minutes. Yeah, so.
Yeah, there you are.
Homie's sorry. He's literally gluing everything to the poster board now. and I
No,
want to get a good grade on this.
it's all good.
I had to check it out.
It's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a cool thing.
Brian, you are so right, man. I was just commenting about the 4S on that timber. That thing's got to be a rocket ship. Well, full flaps and full up elevator and hammer it. I bet it's off the ground in a foot or less.
Yeah, I mean the evolution was fantastic. It was 3S, 4S, and you can totally. I mean, it really is a stall plane, so you can get off in a hurry.
And like Brian says, you don't have to turn the damn thing upside down and put the battery in it. Exactly. That was one of the biggest things I couldn't stand about my number one timber I had.
It's amazing what we used to deal with planes.
Yeah, come a long way.
Dude, quick connect everything now and stuff. It's like people don't know how to troubleshoot because they don't have to put nothing together.
Right.
It's like you might have to take the wing off and look behind that mount to check that the 8-year-old overseas got it right.
Right. or the 49-year-old gets his flap to elevator mix right. Hello.
I mean, it's not like the emerald tablets of Thoth. I mean, it's written in, it's not Dead Sea Scrolls. It's written in the manual.
The next time we have a float fly, I will make sure that when all my airplanes are out here on the deck and I'm like, hey, anything's available to fly, go ahead, just plug it in and go. I will make sure that they are all to the book.
just be like, have Ryan look at it first.
Yeah, here, Ryan, just go ahead. I'm gonna just plug my ears and go away. You go fly my crap and straighten it all out.
Man, it's cool. I remember we went to Texas, me and Mike, and I remember one of the guys that was partly responsible for having us come was the president of the club, Dave Hawker, one of the clubs in Dallas, and he, bless him, he just passed. But bro, he wanted me to fly all his stuff, and so I did. And I'm like, what the hell, man? So he's like 40-50% expo on stuff. I'm like, whoa.
Now hold on a minute. What's wrong with the expo?
Nothing's wrong with expo, but it's like 10, 15, 20, 50. I mean, listen, everybody do what you do. It's cool. And I say it all the time. Listen, everyone's allowed to be wrong if they want to be. It's okay. But if you want me to fly your stuff, I'm fixing it. So, hey, some guys need 40 or 50. I mean, if you got Parkinson's, you need 40 or 50% expo. But if you're functioning,
here's my take. Some of my planes, I have them at 35-40% expo. Like my Tiger Cat, it's probably, if you were to look at my settings in my radio, it's probably a good 30 or 32, 35% on the ailerons and the elevator, because I fly it super smooth and I like to be able to just do it that way.
Hey, and that's the thing. Everybody can do whatever they want. To me, there's a line where, okay, this is mushy. This isn't doing what I want without me burying the sticks. And so that's when it's too much. When I was flying all these one of a kind, not yet in America airplanes, and there are a lot of jets coming out at that time, and that was new to me. Y'all saw me learn jets in front of you. And if I was nervous about something, it was at 30 or 35. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm going back down to 20 or 15, like right away. Once I was like, all right, cool, I got it. If I was worried about how I was going to act or whatever like that,
yep.
Basically, I just didn't want to get in trouble on takeoff, or land or pop off too quick or, whatever like that. So, yep. But I tended to be, if I was worried about a plane, I would do 30 or 35. If the book had call outs for expo, I just do what it says. But with the free wing planes, we learned pretty quick that if you go by their throws, because they weren't giving you expo, but they would give you throws. Golly, it was obvious that the guys who were designing the planes and making the manuals were the guys that wanted to be on the ragged edge all the time. And so they're so smart that they would have you at the very aft end of the CG to keep the elevator unloaded.
Yep.
All this engineering stuff.
Yep.
But it didn't boil down into a fun character to fly the thing like. So we realized early on that their low rate in the book needs to be the high rate, and that their CG is always going to be too far back.
Gotcha.
If you're speaking to guys who are also learning to fly and they're beginners and they're living in Foamy Town and they're not designers and whatever, who gives a rip? You're not going to Mars with this thing. It's okay if the elevator's got a little stress on it, if the thing flies good, if it predictably follows its nose when you're out of the power, because you turkeys are going to run the battery out in the air. You know it. So what do you want to happen when you run out of juice? You want the tail to drop or you want to follow its nose? I already know the answer. You want it to follow its nose.
Follow nose. Yep.
Unless you just want to buy another one.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, some guys are quick, but it takes a while to get quick. It takes a while to know what's happening so you can react to it. Bro, we set up a bunch of these things by the book, and they were way tail heavy. And only because I was smart enough to smack the nose down did we not crash them. 50.
You know what that is my Tiger Cat. See, I told you.
That's a doll baby. That thing doesn't need any. But hey, that's cool. For me, I would like if 100 was way too much throw, then I just wouldn't fly it on 100. I'd fly it on 70 or 85. But yeah, it just depends.
It depends on what plane it is where I set them at. I fly it with nothing, and then I start increasing it until I like where it's at, and then I just stop. And for some reason, the Tiger Cat, I like flying it with a 50% throw or expo.
That's not your fault. Don't blame yourself.
Oh, I will.
Now, what's interesting, like on the rates, right? So like FMS and E-flight planes, you can actually get along at 100%, and I usually like that.
Yep.
But the free wing flight line stuff, holy smokes, 100% is 3D. It's crazy. Like they're low. I mean, maybe it's changed, but the low rate call outs for them was a good high rate for us. And I remember guys flying these things by the book that I was talking to, that because there'd be a couple magazine guys that would get them, and then we'd get them. And there's only just a few in the country. Yep. So we'd talk to each other. If I knew somebody had flown it first, I'd say, hey, what'd you think of the call outs? And they're like, I didn't use them. I just did what I wanted. Okay. Well, that's no value for the audience, but okay. And then what'd you think of the flaps? Like, man, it was awful with them. I didn't even try it with flaps. Like, geez, man, like you got one of the first ones also in the country. Don't you? I mean, no better way to slap the manufacturer and the vendor in the face than to just completely ignore the setup. I think. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, you're crazy. So the particular one I'm thinking about is the A4. And I was so adamant about they had it wrong in the book on the CG that they put a slip in the box. There's a bit of a discrepancy of where you started from on your measurement. I was like, you're like 10 or 20 millimeters off. And when I did what I did, which was move it up forward, all of a sudden this A4 that people were scared to, they had us setting up the neutral elevator goofy, like all kinds of stuff was like just so wrong. I was like, do you want me to crash this? And Mike set it up the way they wanted us to, and he crashed it.
Wow.
We would take turns on the projects, and some, he wanted to do. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll film you. And he crashed it. I was like, and then he fixed it, and I was like, all right, now we're doing it my way. And so I was like, that's garbage trash. We don't need that neutral elevator they're saying is garbage, and the CG is garbage. Let's do what I'm thinking it should be, and let's go. And so we had that plane so dialed in after that I was like, your book is wrong. You're going to have guys crashing this left and right. I beat on them hard. I was like, you've got to do something. And they put an addendum in the box. So,
Good.
But yeah, all of a sudden this thing that was impossible for people who had experience, for me, was like as stable as a warbird and predictable as a warbird with the flaps down.
Yeah.
And man, that thing is so short coupled. If you're not careful, you're going to deep stall it. So you got to cheat the CG forward on that thing, or you're going to, like the MiG-21's a school bus. You can't really get the angle of attack wrong. Even if you're popping off too early, just physically, it will not get in a deep stall. It'll just ride that till it's got the speed and it'll go. But the A4, short coupled, kind of tall, it will get bad if you let it. So don't let it.
Right.
Load the nose. Come on.
Yep.
What do I know?
Dude, it's crazy how CG plays a big role on these planes.
Huge.
Because like the Christian Eagle, when we made net out there that day, dude, I needed to go farther forward on my battery. It could have went probably another ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch farther forward, and it would have probably been absolutely perfect.
It was pretty good, but it was a little close to that edge.
It was on that fine line.
It was close to that edge, but it flew so good, man.
Yeah. And
it really changes the whole vibe. I mean, a little bit of that. I mean, I remember guys picking on me for being nose heavy, and I'm like, well, look at my success rate, dude. Okay.
Way better to be nose heavy, like you said.
I mean, okay, so I need a little extra down pressure if I'm inverted. So what?
Right.
So
or I need a little up elevator.
So what? Look at my landings, bro. Tell me how wrong I am. Look at these one after the other, touch and goes and landings.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Tips to look at things.
Biplanes are always short coupled in the nose. I mean, definitely use the battery they call for or slightly bigger. Whenever I was flying something, and a lot of times companies, you know how it is, they'll just barely get you there on the specs because they want to make the thing appear more accessible. But a lot of times with a plane, you could get away with a slightly larger battery. I can't remember quite how that battery goes. I think it's right on top of the cowl, like in it. So you can't get too big. But if I was ever worried about one not being nose heavy enough, I'd give it a few clicks of down trim. Because I'd rather be stuck on the ground gaining speed than popping off too quick.
Yep. And you know what? Honestly, the UMX planes, what few I've messed with, I have never checked the CG on them.
They're so good now, dude.
I throw a battery in them, and it's like
they're so good now, and they've got the first micros did not have stabilities, and now they do, and that's what's nice about a micro is that it will fly as stable as a big one now because of the technology in them. Whether you go with the AS3X or the Safe. And what's nice about an ultra micro is you don't have to. So the bigger planes, they call it safe select because you have to channel assign what switch you want it to and select where you want safe. But the ultra micros, it defaults already to the A switch, the gear channel. So you don't even have to program it in. It's just there. So if you're ever nervous, use that to take off and land or whatever.
What switch do you use for your gear?
I don't fight the default. So if gear on a plane with retracts, always
Okay.
channel 5, always switch A.
Gotcha.
And if you do any presets or whatever, that's where it's going to put it. The only time that A switch is not the landing gear is if it's a plane like an ultra micro that doesn't have retracts, and so that's where they put it. But like by default on these AS3X Plus files, they do exactly what I always do, which I just learned by watching them. All right. Remember that commercial? I learned by watching you. All right.
Oh yeah.
So so landing gear, channel 5, switch A, flaps, aux 1, now they call it aux 6, channel 6 on the Delta switch. Safe goes on Bravo, channel 7, also known as aux 2 before they went to plus. And if you do reverse thrust, you got to put it on 8, or you'll mess around and double assign it to 7 if you rely on the defaults for that. That looks good, bro. Let me see it. I'm going to show the guys. Nice job, bro. Did you use the hot glue?
Yeah.
All right, guys, check it out. This is the infill ratio samples. I'm going solo real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna pop pizza in the oven because I'm getting hungry, bro.
I accidentally burnt my heel. I was like sitting by the hot glue gun, and it was just like the metal part sitting on.
It'll
my
get
heel.
you.
Yeah.
They don't call it hot for nothing. Are you done with it? Are you going to do the broken bolt samples too, or are you going to keep it clean like this?
I might use them, but I'm not going to glue them to the board. I might like put them from the board.
That's a good idea. Let people hold them.
Yeah.
Bring them with you.
Mhm.
Just make sure those are on good. It seems they are.
Yeah, hopefully.
Nice job.
Mhm.
Let me see that. Are your numbers right?
Yeah.
15, 25, 50, 100. Yep. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad. Looks cool, right? He's in there working, getting it done. He's big, man. He's like as tall as me. What were we talking about? Throws, CG. Yeah. Yeah. Channel defaults, especially if you're going to take advantage of the technology. Throttle cut seems to always want to go on H. That's where I put it. Flaps, channel 6, the Delta switch. I do safe on the Bravo switch. Landing gear on number 5, switch A. And if you do a AS3X Plus file, that's automatically what it does for you. It's already there. The only thing that I have to undo is the one thing they do, I think should be reserved for more advanced people, is they put the individual surfaces on their own switch for low rates and high rates. Come on. We're not going to Mars, man. And you got how many people are learning how to fly? You're going to give them 3 other switches to mess with. I put all my rates on the F switch. But if I go with the AS3X Plus files or by the book or any of the presets, they would assign elevators got whatever, ailerons got whatever, and rudder has whatever. I put them all on the same switch. Very rarely, if ever, did I ever need to break the rates into separate switches. But yeah, I don't fight the defaults, and I'm never surprised. Like if I was the kind of guy who wanted, safe on the C switch, every time I would do a preset, I'd have to change it, which isn't the end of the world. But you can, like you guys are all active, hobbyists, I'd say. And imagine if you're new at this. There's a lot going on. So why fight the defaults? And then there's unwritten things where like safe, I believe, has to live between channel 5 and 9 anyway. So you're not going to, put it on 4. You're not going to put it on 10. So just don't fight the defaults.
So I fight the defaults.
Of course you do.
Sitting here looking at my trusty DX8 Gen 2. I personally fly gear on the C switch, flaps on D, and then I always put my throttle cutoff at F.
You're so weird. It really doesn't matter. And that's what's cool about it. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And it's always like, if you don't read the manual like me, and you're like, you know what, I've been flying since I've stopped using diapers, I'm gonna just not read the manual and set it up this way.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I will say I do need to cut back on the Expo. I really need to start weaning myself off of the Expo. So,
I mean, when you learn that way, you're used to it. Like when I grab sticks that are that heavy, and some guys like it that way. If I grab sticks that heavy on Expo, I don't usually enjoy myself because I'm like, come on.
But see, I learned on the old Tower Hobbies, like silver and gold radios, the FM radios, years ago, back when I was like 7, 8 years old. So we didn't have that then. So why I choose to have it now, I don't know.
Here's why I'm so by the book. It makes sense the minute I say it. I was doing media and marketing or magazine or video with this stuff almost as long as I'd done the whole thing in the first place. I mean, a year after I got into flying, I was writing articles. So that looks awesome, bro.
I have like the little corner in the bottom left, but I don't.
If you could find a clean way to do the samples, I would do another red and white block like that one for those, and
like broken,
and do it with the broken
I have
ones.
like the explanation for kilograms per centimeter. I could put that.
Put that there, or cite your sources on that extra space.
Yeah,
You don't.
she said we can put on the back the cited sources, but
You do whatever you do is going to be fine.
yeah.
But I kind of maybe would fill it with something, either cite your sources or whatever other graphic you got, or the broken bolts. It's totally up to you. You're going to get an A, regardless. You will.
If I do good on this, I have an 89 in like science right now because I did bad on. Well, we don't have a ton of grades in it yet, so I'll bump it back up to an A if I do well.
You'll be all right. Looks good. So because of that media marketing marriage of my whole RC life, when I was getting planes to do magazine articles, because that was the first thing, bro, I felt definitely obligated to go by the book, right?
Yep.
Like, I'm going to go by the book. And I learned a lot by going by the book. I think going by the book is how I even learned about rates in the first place. Because I was like, oh, okay. They told you in the manual that if you're new, fly at low rate, it won't be as twitchy. Oh, wow. Okay. So, I learned how to set up dual rates early on because, I remember it was on the 1.1 Snorton Bull Park Zone P47. Bro, I thought I had arrived. I got a plane for magazine that had retracts and flaps, and it didn't come with them. They were add-ons, and they sent it all. I was like, holy smokes, I've arrived. I can retire now from my regular job and, do this. But, the plane was $250 back then. But the retracts were another $90. The pre-bent struts specific for it were another $15. The flap servos they wanted you to use was another $25. You were in a $4 bill somehow or another.
Oh yeah.
And I got it for magazine. And so if I'm writing an article, I'm not going to be like, I just did whatever. And I don't know. I just did whatever. I don't know how to tell you what I did, but I just did whatever. So because of that, it's trained me to be this by the book kind of guy, because
Yes. Yep.
think about how many people asked me how I set up a thing, and all these hundreds of videos and thousands upon thousands of comments. A bunch of them are, how'd you set it up? And it's like, honestly, if you read the article, you would know. If you watched the whole video and listened, you would know, because I told you. But since you didn't, I'll answer you now.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I just went by the book call outs in the manual. Because
Right.
it's the truth.
You were more structured.
Conversation.
You were more structured on just getting launched out of the gate with all of this. Rather than being a 5 or 6, 7-year-old kid that's hooked up to a trainer cord flying, Uncle Don's, Sky Raider with a set of like Michelob Ultra, cut out flaps that are, duct taped to the wing to make it, simulate having flaps. So yeah, it was a little more like barnstorming days for me, back in the day. And so, you kind of like I said, you were more disciplined on going by the book. Back then when I started, we didn't have that.
There was no book. Yeah. And if I didn't have the answer to everybody, it would have been different.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, but I learned right there in front of everybody. I didn't really have any preconceived notions. Yep. And the book and doing it taught me the radio.
Exactly.
Like Dad says, it gave you a point of reference. So I never acted like the book was gospel necessarily, but it was always a reference point. Because like I said, with the motion stuff, I didn't like their rates or the CG. And I would always say what I was doing.
Yep.
Refer to the book. So it was still a point of reference. Take it or leave it. Make up your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
I learned early on, the guys that acted like their way was the only right way were full of it and were going to get flamed. I learned that from RC groups, which I feel like is a lot of our first social media experience is forums.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was on socials, I spent a ton of time on the forums. And so you'd watch and learn who was full of it, who wasn't. Yep. And you quickly find out those who actually have the plane are the ones to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Or the ones who have had every plane probably know what they're talking about this one, even though it's not out yet or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, dude, necessity dictates. And so for me, that's why.
Yeah. And if I was in your position, Ryan, I would have done the exact same thing.
Totally. Because you would have got sick of answering the question.
Just publicize it, put it out there on YouTube with the airplane. It's brand new. We're going to set it up by the book, and we're just going to start there. It's our starting point. We'll work it out from there. And that's what you and Mike did. And I appreciated every video that you guys put out. I watched, a lot of your stuff for years, and it's great. But when you get started, like I just said that I did, it's like it's wild, wild west, man.
Oh yeah, I get it. And bro, Bobby started early before marketing was a thing for him with it and me. And yeah, he just did whatever he wanted to.
It's wild, wild west.
And I bust his chops too. I'm like, bro, let me put in that flap to elevator for you, G.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was the best way to, kind of honor the relationship I had with. I felt always blessed. I still do, to receive anything, to share. And I didn't know either. I was learning at the same time.
There's me with my first RC airplane, everybody.
Check it out. And there's that Kyosho you still got. Looks like.
Nah, it's not in there. Yeah, man.
Hey, flapping lips. I got the Origin Classic on the way in the mail. Check it out. Weren't you talking about trying to make that plane again?
I have this airplane upstairs, bro.
Bro, you look like a dead ringer for Leonard Nimoy's stunt double as a kid. Spock. Check him out.
Dude. Yeah, man.
Dude,
That was my second airplane. I have it upstairs in my fleet.
You still have it?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Make a new one. Redesign, leave that one intact and make a new one.
I've been tempted to just go get it and fly it again, you know?
Do it. What's up, Dwayne?
Hey, there you go, bro.
That's it. Spock returns.
Probably
Wrath of Corn.
41 or 42 years, in between there.
That's amazing.
And I still have it. Yeah, man.
That's crazy. I didn't get into the planes till I was 30 something, 35 plus.
Yeah, man.
Because I saw planes when at this place that was called Gupta's Hobby Shop in town. They had everything. And so you would see the plane box.
Was
and
that
the picture on the box was amazing, but then you see inside the box and it's like, dude, it looked like maps and a bundle of matchsticks. I was like, I'm like 9 years old. There's no way. I can't imagine my little 9-year-old taking on one of those kits.
And here's the hardener and the mixer part of the epoxy. It's an hour.
Once they took the lid off, I was done. Never looked at it again until I was 35. Dad got a foamy, and I was like, oh, they make them like that now?
You're like, wow, they actually do this?
I haven't stopped since.
Love it.
Yeah, dude. It's Dad's fault.
It's all Dad's fault.
It's Dad's fault.
Sorry, I'm talking and making a pizza real quick, boys and girls.
Making pizza, bro.
Yeah, man.
This boy's got to be about done with his homework.
This boy here's about ready to call it a day.
Dude, I made garlic.
I love garlic.
Garlic, pepper, salt, cheese, burgers with crazy bread in the toaster.
Yeah.
I had to feed it's funny because I still work and my wife calls me. She's running errands for the other two kids. And she's like, hey, can you make burgers for you and Palmer? I'm still working. I'm like, what? No, I can't. I want to hop in the shower. I get an hour between work and the show. I want to hop in the shower. Like, no. And I'm just thinking, and so she's cool with that. And, but then I'm thinking, bro, I won't get to eat unless I make it. So
right.
I get out of the shower and I come down. I'm like, all right, Palmer, let's go. I'm going to make cheeseburgers. So I'm done making the cheeseburgers. And then she calls me or something. And she's like, did you get my text? I was like, no. What? No, I'm cooking burgers. I got to hustle. She's like, I got Chipotle for everybody.
Oh.
Well, that's cool. I guess that's what I'm having for lunch tomorrow.
So you got a midnight snack tonight is what you're saying?
Yes. And lunch.
Right on. Hey,
yeah.
Nothing wrong with a late night snack.
No, there's not.
But I will tell you, my pizza's done and I'm hungry and I'm about ready to blast out of here.
Go eat it, man.
And be done for the day.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't think anything crazy's happening. Thursday, tomorrow.
Hey, what day works better for you over the weekend to get out? Saturday or Sunday?
Kind of Sunday. because I'd like to. So I give myself Wednesday and Sunday not to work on that bathroom
yep.
remodel.
Okay.
And so Saturday,
See.
I can put in like because I do like a couple hours a night during the week, and then Saturday I put in a day. So I'd like to, and then Sunday I'm like doing whatever I want. So Sunday's a good day for that.
Okay.
I mean, I can flip it around, but I'd rather not.
Dude, I'm looking at the weather forecast right now. It's supposed to be like 39 on Tuesday, but 24 on Sunday. That's warm enough for me. I don't care.
Yeah, hiking gets you warm anyway. I think Balgo's cool, bro.
Let's go to Bago. We'll do the whole group text thing. We'll
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a 6 scale, and that's probably it. There won't be any beach.
I'll take the 6 scale snowmobile.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not going to be ready with anything new yet. And the pre-runners, unless there's a beach, forget it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I'll take the Ford. And I've only got 2 of these chassis now for the 6 scale. But
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're back to slumming it like me and Kirk.
Slumming it. I only got 2.
You only got 2, man. You're slumming it like us. No, yeah. Let's get out and trail on Sunday then.
Yeah, man.
I'll start the group text.
Yeah, make it happen. And real quick, I saw a community post, or maybe in a members only deal, but SBG's making a crew cab Dodge with a work truck bed on it. And I know he'd already printed off the front. And it's a crew cab, and it's got like a bed on it. I asked him in the comments. I haven't heard back, but I'm like, dude, what's that going to end up being wheelbase wise? Bro, I would drag that whole thing back in and be little tweak, little shortening. Yeah. Because, dude, I already know crew cab is going to be a long ride.
That's the fight that Chris had, and that's the fight that I'm dealing with the Tacoma. That 4-door crew cab, it really, really screws up the scale.
I thought even this Corvair with a 4-door would have been a big deal. You know, like 2 doors, exactly what I wanted for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Chris, and don't let me hold you up, Kelly, but
no, you're good.
I'm gonna tell the truth. No. But if you want one, use my FMS model link in the description. But dude, I mean, if you're a pilot with a lot of experience, you'll be able to work that out, but you still won't like it. Trust me. Guys that know, chime in the chat right here and tell Chris how truly right I am about my opinion. Nah, man, listen, I don't want bad for anybody. And I've flown those. Hated it. Bigger flies better, bro, without a doubt. If you want a small Corsair, you got to look at front yard, bro. How big's your front yard? I'd be looking at the Ultra Micro Slow Stick. I'd be looking at the Hobby Zone Champ, the Sport Cup S, the little pits, or if you got a little bit more space, the Ultra Micro Turbo Timber Evolution. But dude, the Warbird, brother, it's still going to want to fly fast and gobble up a lot of space. Plus, even when you have plenty of space for that plane, it still sucks. Still sucks. You want a Night Vapor, Ultra Micro Champ, an Ultra Micro Slow Stick, an Ultra Micro Pitts, maybe an Ultra Micro Waco. or Ultra Micro Turbo Timber Evolution. And you're going to want the Evolution with the flaps down and maybe the leading edge slats.
Yep.
So it's all about how heavy they are, not necessarily the size. But if you're just wanting to chill, you got to get as light as you can.
Dude,
and the wings are nice for that because you got 2 sets of wings giving you lift. You can fly them a lot slower.
If it were me in that tight space, the erratics, the micro,
that'd probably be okay. I mean, it's a stunt plane, so it's going to do whatever it does, like Tron, like super quick, like big throws. But you can dial it down. I mean, you can dial it down. It depends on your chops. You know, if you got to fly it like a racetrack, then you want as slow as it can go. If you can fly it straight up, then yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
I actually, back in the day when I was making like flat outs with just foam board, well, not foam board, but the
EPP,
the Depron.
Oh, okay.
I'd buy the Depron sheets, like the, I don't know, 4 millimeter, 5, 6 millimeter, whatever they were.
Yeah.
And buying carbon fiber rods and stuff. And I would just trace out and make my own design and do my own fuselage and stuff. And I actually would take and make, you know, fairly good sized rectangles with holes in them and put them on the trailing edge of the ailerons. And those things actually really worked well for, you know, because I was at like, I don't know, 3.5 ounces, 4 ounces for a 36-inch wingspan. They weighed nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And put some, you know, put some speed brakes on there. Dude, they actually flew really good in the yard for as big as they are.
Yeah, I bet so. You know, kind of just depends what you, I mean, that sounds like a stunt style kind of 3D plane to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot like the erratics.
Yeah.
Just, you know, super lightweight, and yeah, they'd fly super slow.
But if you want to see the Champ, the first videos way back on this channel, me and Mike did flight lessons with the first Champ before there was stabilization involved. But you get an idea of what that thing is about. And then I'm pretty sure, I know I did some short form content with the Ultra Micro Pits. I can't remember if I did a full video or not, but I know I've done the Turbo Timber Evolutions and stuff. But yeah, honestly, like for the small space, like if I'm wanting to fly in my yard, it's got to be the Ultra Micro Slow Stick or the Champ. The Timber, I have actually flown it around here, but it wants a little more space. So the biplanes are nice to slow down because they look really good, but you can slow them down. Like the Pits or the Waco, if you can get a hold of one, not bad.
I got a brand new UMX Turbo Timber Evolution upstairs. Never been out of the box. Make me an offer, Chris.
I got rid of mine the other day. I actually have a Sport Cub S in the box that's not been, I don't even know why I got it. It just got sent to me. And I had one before and it was my kid's, and I was trying to trust him to bring it back. It got out of range, bro. We never found it.
Oh, I remember you talked about that.
Yeah.
I've got the Sport Cub S. Is that the blue and white one, the little one? Yeah, I got one of them upstairs too. It's actually on floats. It flies pretty good off the water.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, because you get, I mean, the whole package is like $150. So you get the radio and all.
Yeah.
And it's like a Champ, except it's blue and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Champ might as well be a Cub, dude, but it's just not.
Right.
Yeah, if you're new, get an RTF for sure. Comes with a radio, already programmed to it. It's the way to go.
Yep.
Which excludes the timber. There's no RTF timber. The timber you would want something like, you could get along with the DX6E, but you wouldn't want anything less than that.
And
And
if you're
going to buy a radio, you think you're going to fly, get something that's actually in the ecosystem currently, that's updatable, like NX November X-ray series,
NX9
7E.
or
The DX radios are great, but they're going to run out of updatability.
Yep.
You guys on DXs are on 2.11 firmware, and everybody else is on 4. So they've already stopped making updates for those. They're still great radio. And if they work with what you have, it's fine. But if you have something older and you think it's going to work with the new plus stuff, it may or it may not. You know what I'm saying? And it's to me, if I got a thing that works with all my old stuff, I'm just going to let it. Instead of update my old radio to hope it works with the new stuff and maybe obsolete out my current fleet, I just, you know what? Sometimes you got to bite the bullet. Yeah, I'm looking for an RTF. The only airplane transmitters I have used crystals. Yeah, man, long time ago. Dude, thank you, Fred. Long time ago. All right, go eat your pizza, dude. We're going to roll, guys. We'll see you. I'm super pumped. Thanks for coming by, supporting the channel. So many of you guys have been with me for so long. Thank you so much. I've made enough content where I don't need to make any new. So sorry. But there's always reruns. There's always reruns. And a lot of them are still, current good planes in some way, shape, or form. But I'm pumped about the Origin Classic. I'm pumped about the Sweet Caroline Corvair, which we're going to have a few of these, it sounds like, in our midst. I'm doing a crawler version and a fast version. I'm kind of excited to see how tough we can make a 3D print that we know is going to go fast. Yeah, man, Unimog's happening. Corvair's happening. Skis, I hope, are happening.
Big Blazers are happening.
Big Blazers got beefed up.
Cake.
So
beef
cool.
cake.
And if you are shopping, think of me. Cost you nothing but consideration. There is links to places in the description.
And if you're shopping for me, just go, what would Kelly want?
What would Kelly want? And then go through my links to buy it. Amazon. If you look at if you want A main, you just click the Red Cat Vertex link. It'll take you right to A main. Got Amazon, Horizon, A main, Bamboo Labs, AMA for memberships to flying, StreamYard, the whole thing. It helps. I appreciate it so much. And we'll see you in the next one, man. Who knows? I don't know if I should try to film. I haven't built a Vanquish in forever. The first kit I ever built was a Vanquish. It might be kind of fun to film that one. I don't know if I should do a live or put myself through the trouble of trying to edit a build on a crawler, or time lapse it and just kind of commentary, editorialize, like highlight any trouble points and go from there.
Thanks,
You'll
Fred.
let me know in the comments. We'll see you. We're out in 5. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Bye now. Boom. Okie doke.